Midori from Business Daily. I just had to call him real quick because there's a lot of jargon in this particular story. How are you doing, Kefa?
I'm great.
You're well?
I'm well.
Great to have you here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a reason to put a smile on faces of Kenyans, because the finance bill has been very contentious. Yeah, it's been very controversial. People have been talking about it, mixed feelings around it. So right now there's a stumbling block. Would you call it a stumbling block? What has happened?
I think for me, it's just adds to the same controversy that we've been having since. Will the government obey these orders? I think the conversation we just had earlier before we went on air was around the fuel, the changes to fuel prices that were expected today.
Correct.
Do they now stop? Given
Exactly.
these orders has come, do they go ahead? If they go ahead, will Omtata have to return to court and again to sue and say, the case I'm challenging,
Yes.
the government has gone ahead and implemented these against this order that has just been served court. So it just brings about more legal complication, and it looks like it's gonna be a long court battle.
Yes, clearly, and these are the tough questions Kenyans are asking. So what's going to happen right now? I mean, EPRA was supposed to review the fuel prices. So is this going to happen automatically, or does this mean they take a break? What does this mean for the President's Finance Act? Do you think he's disappointed at the moment? Do you think he's just like, okay, let's see what the court has to say. Let's see basically how this case goes. What do you feel about it?
I think it puts the government in a tricky position. But again, looking at previous orders that have been made against certain rulings, and the government went ahead and just did as it pleased. And you wonder then, will they again do the same? I think if you remember when the appointments of the Chief Administrative Secretary, the CSs, the court ruled against, but the government went ahead, or the president went ahead and...
So there's been history of government going against the court orders.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because again, what happens is, if you want to challenge again the government for going ahead, then you need again to almost sue again.
Okay.
Say there's an order issued after this court case filed by Okia Omtata against the Finance Act.
Right.
The government has gone ahead and implemented those taxes, but this is against these order given. Now you have to go seek other orders now again to challenge why the government would do that. So it sets the stage for more legal suits. A lot of in the legal space, this is a legal battle now.
It's definitely a legal battle. Yeah. I mean, all eyes in court, all eyes on social media. Basically, I'm very sure that Lady Justice Thand is going to be trending. Mr. Okia Omtata is definitely going to be trending because people now are just, in this confusion, this mayhem, like what's going to happen right now? So now we are waiting to see if IPRA is going to cough. Are they going to talk? Are we going to experience some changes? So technically, it's a very confusing situation to be in. But what we know as at now is that Lady Justice Thande has, of course, issued, the Conservatory orders. So this means that there's a likelihood, that they're going to pause on the implementation of the Finance Act 2023, right?
They could, yeah.
They could.
I think it's
so I sense that you are probably skeptical.
Yeah,
you sound very skeptical. You're like, I'm not too sure.
The history tells us that this government can go right and does that as it pleases against orders of the court, and then warrants more suits against it, and that's just add to the stacks up the legal challenges against some of the actions of government. So going away from now, I'd still expect to see a fuel price review.
Okay.
And I don't know now what happens, because again, the case is to be heard on July the 5th.
Yes.
That's not far from today.
Yes.
The first is tomorrow, so ideally on that will be tentatively again on Wednesday. We should have at least now some directions on the same. Now, will the government choose to wait? We wait to see. Or will they just implement, and then if they are challenged again, what will be the ruling made on July 5th? Because again, this is now becomes a case of with some urgency to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let me ask you this question. Yeah. What do you think is going to be the consequence of them violating this? Do you think there's any at all, the consequences? Or is it just more lawsuits?
Consequences, I think... Thing is, they tend to almost iron them out at the end of the day, because there's a time I think there were a number of 18 or 19 acts that were challenged. Because going to the basis of Okia Omtata's case, which is a big document I have here, he's challenged that this bill then never passed through Senate. And I think that in the court, if this case, we get to see the case on July 5th, it will be a debate was it a bill to be passed through Senate? So it becomes another legal question. So what Okia did is pass a legal question that I feel that this finance act, or as it was before its assent, it was a finance bill, didn't come through Senate, and I feel that it concerns counties too.
Okay.
Given some of those provisions, you would argue they cover counties, meaning they would have wanted that bill to also pass through the Senate for
Correct.
passage before that is.
So these are the main reasons
Yeah.
cited in
So,
his suit.
in
Yes.
his petition. So
Okay.
what you would see is Okia arguing why this would be a bill passing through Senate ideally. While maybe Treasury would be like, no, this is a bill just for the National Assembly. And ideally, these bills have always, the Finance Bill and the Finance Act have always involved more of the National Assembly. But recent years, we've seen this same process challenged. By especially, I think there was another case by Okia Omtata on the same.
Okay.
So it's always challenged that some of these bills concern counties, and as such, given that Senate is the oversight to counties, then they feel
Yes.
that
They
these
should
bills
be involved
coming
as
up.
well. Yes.
So that will be the legal battle to watch.
Okay, pretty interesting. So just so you're tuning in right now, of course, the High Court has issued conservatory orders temporarily suspending implementation of the Finance Act 2023. Of course, this is a citation by Okia Omtata versus the Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury and Planning. This has been signed and delivered by Lady Justice M. Thande. So yes, we just wait to see what's going to happen. I think this is going to be, the weekend where people just anticipate a lot. Of course, yeah. People are just on tenterhooks. Like, what's gonna happen? So Monday, hopefully, we're gonna get probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Technically, the air is pregnant with anticipation for the outcome of this particular petition by Okia Omtata. Thank you so much, Kefa, for dropping by and of course shedding some light on this very important, controversial bill everybody's talking about. So yes, that's what is happening as